Hey guys, CG Stuff here again. I want to tell you about this feature that comes with Animate Pro. It's basically onion skinning, and obviously onion skinning is nothing new to the animation industry. But the cool thing is that it comes, attached with Animate Pro. Obviously right now, we know that, onion skinning is a thing if you go to Cascader and play around with it. But by default, it's not in Blender. And it's amazing that we can, make use of it in Animate Pro. Here's the thing though. Right now, this is in beta. Obviously Animate Pro is on 1 point something version. But you have to expect a few bugs if you're going to get the Forge version. So the way this works basically is that every mesh, let me just go to viewport shading. The way that this works is that every thing that is parented to the mesh is going to create a mesh out of the existing one. Let me show you. Let's say first of all, I have this walk cycle. I'm working on this walk cycle, and I want to preview parts of the mesh as an onion skinned mesh. So let's say I'm going to choose this frame. First of all, I'm going to have to grab the rig, and then I'm going to add it to the list of elements. All right. First of all, nothing's going to happen until I choose the modes of the onion skin. Then I go here. We have several modes. One of the modes that I like is, for example, snapshot. Snapshot basically lets you choose a frame, and let's say I want to snapshot frame 20, and then I click add. Here's the thing though. A bug is going to, well, not a bug, but something's going to happen, and I'm going to give you a tip for it. If I move my playhead, you can see that I already have these effects on my skeleton, which are basically the smearing effect of the attack animation, and they're going to appear because of I parented this to the rig. Okay, so these could be noise. So before we even continue talking about onion skinning, let me give you a tip on how to avoid this. First of all, let me remove this, and I'm going to show you the effects in action. The thing is that these are the effects, and they're happening basically on, let me change the animation for a sec. I'm going to go to action, going to skeleton attack. There you go. Okay, so basically when the skeleton reaches this frame, it is activating, there you go, the first attack smearing. Okay, so let's just see it for a sec. Yeah, okay. So this is the smear for attack number 1. And technically, if I enable both of them, this is for attack number 2, they are parented to this rig. Okay. So to avoid this happening, because anything parented to the rig will appear in the onion skin. So what we should do basically, if you guys have a similar setup, okay, I grab both of them, because they're geometry node based. I'm going to just enable them for a sec. Okay, what we do is I'm going to unparent them. I'm just going to clear transforms, and right now the rig, isn't doing that. So a tip to manage that is I'm going to create an empty. Okay, I'm going to parent them to the empty. Okay, and now we have that to the empty, and then I'm going to parent the empty to the rig. Okay, now they are following the rig, but technically they are not really parented to the rig. So what happens is if I disable them and I go back, and if I enable onion skinning again, let's go back to the walk cycle. Okay, if I re-enable the what's it called? Yeah, the onion skin, and I'm going to again snapshot on, let's say, frame 20 again. I'm going to add. You can see that it works, but now I don't actually see the effects. So that's one way if you have the same setup to overcome this small limitation. Not technical limitation, it's just like how the system works. So let's say we have this this rig, and we want to start adding onions to it, or skins to it basically. We go back to the onion skin, and I add, let's say, one here, and then we have, let's say, pop, and then let's say we add another one here. Okay, and now we have these skins, and I can start comparing. Okay, another mode we can use is frame step. So if I go here, I changed from snapshot to frame step. It's going to calculate a bit, and now it's going to create a onion skin on every frame step. So if I go back and go to the options, this will be disabled, so I just enable it. It's going to tell me every, let's say, 5. Let's go and put it to, let's say, 8, and it will auto refresh because this is enabled. Otherwise, I'm going to have to click on this button, and now you can see that every, let's say, 8 steps, there's a skin. I'm going to let's say, try 20, refresh, and now you can see every 20 steps there's an onion skin, which is pretty cool. Another one is keyframes. If I go on keyframe, this is the one that's going to take the longest because it's going to cache every frame. But yeah, you can see now this is my frame, this is my frame. Another thing you can do is let's say I switch to my attack animation, and if I'm playing over here, right now I have on keyframes, and if I play it, I can see that if I go, first of all, something we can do is we can change the render mode, because right now X-ray is a bit, let's say, annoying for me. So if I go, let's say we have X-ray dither, we have solid, and we have a solid dither. The one I personally prefer is solid. So right now, if I, let's say, start scrubbing, we can see that, let's say, when I get to this frame, then I get to this frame, I don't like this position from here to here, so I go in between. What I can either do is, like, start using the in-betweener to adjust it, or just adjust the pose completely. You know what I mean? So yeah, very useful stuff, very cool stuff. I hope that you guys can get some use out of it, and if you do, please subscribe, like this video. Thank you.